All right, check out our new sponsor, Greenwood Stocks. They want you to know how to be able to trade stocks and be your own boss and be free to travel the world by making passive income. We all need that passive income from stock market. What are you waiting for? Call or text 281-760-3170. If you didn't catch that, that's on your screen. Or check them out at social media, Greenwood Stocks, and catch them at Gmail, Greenwood Stock Trading at Gmail, and the YouTube channel is Greenwood Stocks. Appreciate them for giving me the opportunity. Check them out. We out. All right, let's talk some NFL. Appreciate everybody for tapping in. Keep sharing the video. Best way to help the channel. And apparently, Josh McCown is basically a candidate to become the next head coach of the Houston Texans. Let's talk about it. Also, Jim Caldwell is also interviewed. I know Marvin Lewis, ex-Bengals coach, is already interviewed. But let's get to it. Check out our NFL playlist out as I ride to the crib. I mean, this was the same Josh McDaniels that was paid a practice squad salary last year to sit on the bench. People forgot that. It was like $5,000 a week just to be on-call quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles. So I'm not really surprised, man. He was a solid backup quarterback. I think his best years was that year in Chicago where he went crazy. And, would they do this to a black quarterback that retired? Probably not. But if he go there and win, who complaining? Is it about, keeping Deshaun Watson happy? Or is it about pissing him off and having ownership for him? Because asking for three first-round picks for Deshaun Watson, probably not going to happen. Even from the San Francisco 49ers, you can go ahead and just take a chance on, Matthew Stafford or Cam Newton or something like that next year. So my whole thing is, NFL is full of white privilege. When you start seeing something turn, like the power's turning, in the world that more people are identifying that racism is still here, thanks to, just people. It's still prevalent. And then you see people start, thinking they losing power. In the NFL, they feel like they're losing power. Right after you hear the Washington football team got the first president and general manager in NFL history, there's never been two black presidents and general managers in the same organization. You start to see more black quarterbacks. So how can the NFL, hold on to their white privilege? Why not give a quarterback that was just an on-call quarterback, a backup quarterback a chance? And, to be honest, they gave Sean Payton a chance. He was a marginal quarterback, and marginal players make the best coaches. Look at Steve Kerr, Phil Jackson. He was a marginal player. They make some of the best coaches out there, And I'm not really surprised. And I think part of that is probably to piss off Deshaun Watson. They don't have to satisfy the Rooney Rule with a white candidate. We know that. So I think part of this is probably pissing off Deshaun. A lot of this probably got to do with pissing off Deshaun. Maybe they feel that he the one. Maybe they gave him an opportunity. Ask him. A lot of people are going to be mad. A lot of people are mad about Nick Sirianni, whatever his name is, being the next Philadelphia Eagle head coach. Ain't nothing I can do about it, NBA is a little bit more advanced in the National Football League as far as, minority coaches. But then again, the NBA got one minority owner, which is black. NFL got one minority owner, which is, Indian or Arab descent. Shad Khan. But if he get this job, what Deshaun Watson going to do? Retire? He going to pull a Carson Palmer? He too young for that. Just sit out and say, I don't want to play no more? You got to go out there and play. He shouldn't have signed that contract extension. Straight up and down. I know you made the NFC Championship game. If you made the Super Bowl, it wasn't a good situation. They was in a win-now situation, and, I guess you look at it, DeAndre Hopkins wanted out. They let him out, so why not let Deshaun Watson out? And the NFL can't step in and be like, you know what, we need one of our best stars playing. But, power's starting to tilt, not only in the world, in America, the world as well, starting to tilt in the NFL. Look how many black quarterbacks you got just around, man. Jameis could be starting next year. Russell Wilson, Kyler Murray, Dak Prescott, Jalen Hurts, Teddy Bridgewater, Lamar Jackson, Deshaun Watson. Justin Fields going to be somewhere next year. Patrick Mahomes. Dwayne Haskins might be the starter for the Steelers next year. Or at some point. So you got so many quarterbacks that's It's like a black quarterback, a top quarterback. That Cam might be starting next year. So, I mean, things starting to change. Getting two black at one point, what's going to be history? We getting black NFL ownership, majority owner. You know, they can get paid off our backs. You know, but we ain't good enough to own nothing. But if McCown get it, I mean, so be it. I hope he is a good coach. I don't have no ill will towards him. He was a good backup quarterback, amazing backup quarterback, especially that 1 year in Chicago. But a lot of people not gonna like it when a guy like Eric Bieniemy can't get a first chance. A guy like Marvin Lewis can't get a second chance. You know, a guy like Jim Caldwell can't get a third chance. You know, people, what about Bieniemy? It is what it is. He got somewhat of a history. You can't have a history. You can't have no strikes against you when you're trying to do something that's irregular or unordinary for a black person. Nothing. You know, and succeed in that you know league or not. It is criminal that the Bieniemy don't have a job. But also, he said he want to wait for the right one because he know you only gonna get one shot. Look at Steve Wilkes. Arizona Cardinals kept him for 1 year, fired him. Last time I checked, my Nipsey Hussle voice, Lane Kiffin ain't made not Lane, but what's the boy name down there? I call him Lane Kiffin. Jesus. Shout out to Ole Miss though. Cliff Kingsbury, he ain't won shit down there neither yet in 2 years. You know, but it's the way it goes. My Janet Jackson was, but if they get a job to McCown, I wouldn't be surprised if they sit there, grab Deshaun Watson by his turkey neck and tell him that shit, either Playboy or, you know, you can go home. You know, and also, I mean, they ain't looking at winning no time soon. Shit, that defense old and just come on and out without Watson, whoever their backup is. They're not winning no time soon without Watson. Maybe you're not winning no time soon with Watson. But Watson know what's going on. He knew Bill O'Brien. He knew the cap situation. So really, gotta look at him and his agent and say, what was y'all thinking? That wasn't smart coming back there, but you know, McCown the coach. We just wonder, you know, what he gonna implement. What relationship, if Deshaun Watson's still there, more than likely he will be. He gonna build with Deshaun. You know, is he gonna be able to clear the air and see what he like to do and build the offense around Deshaun? And Deshaun wanted Eric Bieniemy, and I don't think they even want to get Bieniemy. Then you hear about some, you know, getting an interview. Well, I mean, that could be the case. You know, maybe he wasn't, you know, good at some of the questions. Maybe, I don't know. But you don't interview to be a football player. You know, you go in there, well, you do. Just go in there and coach football, but I don't know. Shout out to Josh McCown. I think he, you know, at the end of the day, he been in the league so long, maybe he deserved it. Maybe he got all these other washed-up quarterbacks like Tony Romo wasn't washed up, but he wasn't a major school quarterback. You know, Sean Payton. I mean, you got all these dudes. Majority of these coaches and coordinators in the football league, they wasn't no great players, you know, as far as on this level. I mean, name them. Bill Belichick, did he even play football? Andy Reid, did he play football in the league? I mean, who else you got out here? Matt Nagy, maybe he did. You know, who else? I mean, the NBA and NFL got a great way of showing, you know, they retire players or, you know, they retire players that we, you know, we appreciate you. They don't. You know, a lot of these retired players should have a shot. You get these marginal coaches. Come on, Patrick Ewing, like Karl Malone said, should be coaching the Knicks. You know, I understand Peyton and Tom don't want to coach nobody, and I don't blame them. We put all that work in for years. You know, but more of these guys, like, you know, these dudes, you know, they don't even got a chance at the college level. You know, Deuce Staley, the players try to get him as a head coach, you know. Jeffrey Lurie was a hell no. And that's probably why a lot of these dudes don't pursue coaching, because it's more political than damn near the locker room was. You can't tell me that, I don't know, Deuce Staley can't be no man worse than Matt Patricia was in Detroit. You know, but it's all about showing the players that you ain't got no power. You know, we're going to keep giving these white boys chance after chance, and that's okay. Until we wake up and own something, own it, and you don't even own that name that's on the jersey. Till we wake up and own something, man, we deserve to get treated like this. You know, we out there playing for them, and in the long term, Roger Goodell and Sean Payton, Andy Reid, you know, Brian Flores, you know, Mike Vrabel, they don't go home with well, maybe Mike Vrabel did. You know, they don't go home with concussions. You know, they don't go home with bruises and all that shit, man. Shit. Well, you know, even for white coaches, you know, white players that turn coaches, there ain't too many of them that play in the National Football League. Mike Vrabel might be the only one I could think of. You know, in boxing, they say if you ain't ever boxed, you shouldn't be able to be a coach. Because you don't know what I'm going through. So how can you tell me about pile level, about tackling? And shit, you ain't ever tackled nobody. That's crazy. But, you know, McCown ain't got that problem. He probably tackled, threw touchdowns. So, I mean, let me know what you guys think, man. I'm already almost at my destination. Don't forget to check out our NFL playlist. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out if you have a business question, query, sponsor, video request. All our social media links, subscription. Fast way to reach me is Twitter, then Facebook, then Instagram. We also got a Facebook group. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App, CJ Good 313. That's in the description. PayPal link there as well too. Appreciate the love and support. One time for the one time. We gone.